as people get queued in and they come online, I'm going to be walking and chewing gum at the same time. So please pardon my lack of attention and focus to the screen. But I do want to make certain that I have covered my bases and got the people on that need to be on. Okay, let me share this on Facebook so people can see that while we're on here. So we got it on YouTube. Now we're going to share it on Facebook, and people can just tap in, join in, ask questions, and so forth. Because as Black people, y'all, we have to get this thing together. It's some work that we have to do in coordination, and I'm hoping that we can learn from each other and do this work in coordination. You know, I'm typing this on Facebook. Join the economic conversation. Discussion, we'll say that. Voila. Booyah. Okay, so we got that set now. Who just joined us?
Governor Charles.
My man. Excellent, excellent. All right. It told you we was live, right?
Yes, it did.
Did it ask for your permission to broadcast on YouTube? Okay, good. All right, so we're not gonna waste time. You know how we believe in being on time, getting off ahead of time. So Darrell won't be able to make it. Roll call is Cy Smith and Governor Charles Robinson. For those who are first time watching us, we're the National Block Club University, block by block. Purpose is about stopping this violence out here. You're not going to stop that without being highly structured and organized. So that's why today is our economic day. Yesterday was our education day. We expected a few other people to get on, but all these videos are recorded because we are training our people. We are putting it in our library, Cyron Smith at Yahoo. I mean, at YouTube. So you can log on there and there's over 300 videos there. So that way you can kind of catch up and see. All right. So with that in mind, Charles, you want to go ahead and do your introduction?
Yes, I will. Hello, everyone out there. My name is Charles Robinson. I am for NBCU, the governor of 60628 zip code, which I'm linked to all things nursing. And my sister city is Dallas, Texas, and my African country is South Africa.
And look how cold-blooded it is. I put that up. You see how I put that on the screen while you was talking?
Okay, there we go. That's a little illustration to let you know all about that. Yep. And what I would like to see happen before I leave this planet is us as a people getting ourselves to a more better economic stance, a social stance, and just taking our rightful place on this planet on the world stage of life.
Booyah. Excellent, excellent. So Cy Smith, 46402 zip code. Before I leave this earth, I want to see Black people loving each other, supporting each other, doing business with each other while traveling back and forth between here and Africa as if it's not a big deal. Like, oh, I'm going to Zimbabwe tomorrow. I'm going to South Africa next week. That's what I want to see before God take me home. So we have, from a roll call perspective, today is the birthday of our superstar. So he's not going to be on the rail. I did invite the businesses that we're going to go over here, but while we wait on the businesses to get on, we'll go over the things that you're linked to, Governor. So just in case you got to get off, you can do that. So first and foremost, y'all see the slide in front of us. Every Wednesday is Economic Day. The third Wednesday is when we got Charles's zip code 60628. That's why you see that there. And then you see from 12 o'clock now, there are different meetings, and those meetings are once a month to those areas there. And so literally 57th and Campbell, that was at 12 o'clock today. 77th and Drexel was at 2 o'clock. The purpose of these meetings, so everyone will know, is when do we take time out to make certain that we're documenting and making sure certain interactions are taking place. So that's why the meetings matter for documentation purposes and connection purposes. What do you think, Charles? Is that a good explanation?
That's a perfect one. Yep. Yeah, that's just as we say, this is all cataloged in the library for future preference on trainings and stuff like that. Yep. So that covers that.
And what I like the people to know, because I'm gonna put this slide up so people can see why these meetings matter. The fact that Charles is on here, the fact that I'm on here, um, and I want to show you guys two things. I'm gonna show you something dealing with the spindle, which is what we're operating here. But I want to first show you the 108 meetings because that is a big deal. It's a gigantic deal. And I want y'all to see why that matters so much. So what you're looking at when it pops up here, I'm gonna zoom in because I know it's hard to see, but this is 108 meetings every single month. And we've been doing this for well over 10 years, every single day, Christmas, Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna zoom in. And so this allows you to see, and these meetings repeat every 30 days. Now, why should you care? Why should you matter? Because when you look at these topics, there are day spa personnel, there are veterinarians, there are photographers, there are poetry journalists, there are business people. So these are people, these are people. And the beauty is we've set aside time so we can catch up with them, see what's going on, what's upcoming, what's preventable, what we need to be doing to protest, so forth. So every one of these topics are our people on your block, in your zip code, in your community. So by having these 108, we feel nothing gets past us. Whether we talking about food, safety, senior citizens, youth, business, nothing gets past us. And so these 108, how it impacts you is, let's just say, and I love to use the example, you have a child that's getting an allowance from you, and that child is not doing all the things you want him or her to do. The benefit is you get to say, you know what, you must take at least 10 classes, Zoom classes with National Block Club University in order for me to give you that allowance. Or they may double it if you go with them once a week. So the 108 constantly us maintaining the Zoom allows you as a parent to negotiate with your child what your expectations are and make them go and pick out of all 108, pick 30 classes, 20, whatever you say. You're the in the house. And now they have to get on this Zoom at the prescribed time that you see next to each one of these, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock. And now, because this is constantly spinning around, they can participate. That's what this spindle is right here. It keeps spinning around. And time is something you're not going to stop. So that's why we excited that these 108 keeps happening month in, month out, even if it's just two people on the phone. Charles, what you say about that? What do you think?
Yes, that you said a mouthful there. That's the most important thing I took away from that was it's managed by time, which I
Yep.
mean not a person, time. So therefore, time is everything to us. Or everything we do is surrounded by a time. So therefore, it takes away the thing of, who's the leader and stuff like that. No, it's not managed that way. It's managed
Mhm.
by time. That takes the person out of the equation.
And time is
So
unstoppable.
therefore, you know, yep, it's continuous. And as you say, Si, every month. So if you miss something a month, it's going to spin right back around on the spindle
Yep.
and go right back into motion on days and time. Same thing. Yep.
Now, watch this. So that's so everyone can see the 108 and it's recorded so they can watch this. Now, I just came up with this document. I didn't come up with it. I copied it. So all rights to that person. But look at this right here. Um, this here is a different version of the spindle, y'all. So we know this here is how you steer a boat. This is how you steer a boat. It'd be hard without those handles there just to spin the whole wheel, but having those handles, you can grip firmly and use strength and spin it around. So I want people to know those 108 meetings need your participation to help spin it around. You don't have to help all the time. Governor Charles, he covers the 4 o'clocks. You know, Joe covers the 7 o'clocks. I cover the 6 o'clocks. So each one of us cover a knob, and we're constantly doing our part to keep the 108 spinning, because the 108 spinning every month allows every single person in the world to be able to assign so many out of 108 to anyone that they want to have do something to add value or to keep getting resources from them. So a mother in LA whose son is off track, she could do the same thing I just described as a Chicago mother can. A wife can do that to their husband. Hey, you know what? You can't be doing X, Y, and Z. You got to take 10 classes, take 20. So if we're on this steering wheel, all helping make sure that they will never call in, get on the Zoom, and nobody's there. That's the key right there, is this constantly spinning around. What do you think about that? I just got this today, Governor John.
Another perfect example. Like what you said, I like it. Look at the circle that's in the middle. That thing, a circle is what? Continuous. So therefore, that's the spindle. Once again, it's spinning
Yep.
around continuously. What I like about it, this uniform works for the 20 different cities and states that we're
Yep.
talking about. Is the same makeup, same uniform, so you don't lose steps
Yep.
anywhere you go within that.
That's real
Yep.
talk, man. That's real talk. So this here, we're gonna make sure we teach off of this so people can kind of know. So when people say, "Why is it taking so long?" Well, when you only got 3 or 4 people turning it, it's gonna take a while. Whereas if everyone took their turns, then we'd get there quicker. The only thing holding us back right now is our people, based on the last name, twice a year, helping to spin this around. And doing your dollar donation helps us pay someone to help spin it around, because that's the key. If this is someone's job, they go spin it around a whole lot differently than someone who not get paid. So that's how I see that. All right, unless you got any thoughts on that, I'm gonna take this down and I'm gonna pull up today's agenda. Any um, thoughts on that, Governor?
The final thoughts of that is, as you say, it takes. I mean, when you talk about why is it taking so long, just like we saying, if everybody participated, quicker we get there.
Only when it's their
Simple.
turn though, not all the time, because we get it. They
Yep.
busy
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
twice a year.
And that's another point. It doesn't beat anybody up. It doesn't burn anybody out. It's just a stay in your lane
Right.
thing. Thing you got one day out of the month. That's it. That's it. And then we last name
Yeah.
solution, as you say, that's very important. That's key. So therefore, we won't have get off the page of who turn it is. A through for example, A through January is A through G, is it? So trying to think A through what's that? A through
A through E.
for
Yeah, A
January.
through E is
A
January and
through
July.
E.
Yep.
So anybody with the last names A through E, that's
A
their
through
cover.
E. Yep.
A through
Yep.
E,
E.
and then going
Yep.
into February until we get to December to Z.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Everybody got a lane. Everybody got a lane. Yeah.
And it
And
repeats
so
itself.
there,
It's
so
twice. It's twice. It's two times. My bad. It repeats itself from
yep.
January to June. We cover Z, and then from July to December, once again A through Z. Yep.
You know, we had on this, we had Lady G over in South Africa. She opened up she opened up her nail salon in South Africa, and they broke in and trashed the place and just wrecked the shop. She sent pictures, and so she was asking, is there any support that can, be given? So we was able, Governor Charles, to send her $25. So she got $25, which in rate is like $100 to one. So you could say, that was a big deal to send 25 US dollars, which is our pennies, to South Africa from your zip code. But Lady G, she was grateful. We told her the third Wednesday, which is today, we're trying to get more people to see how the pennies to South Africa matter. So we'll be able to be there for our people when they go through stuff like this. Any feedback on that?
Well, once again, this just as Lady G in South Africa, which I represent, is greatly appreciated. And as we say, those pennies, even $25 there, is worth way more
Mm-hmm.
than it is here. So
Yep.
let's think about that, and let's think about we have this global thing going where this go hand in hand. It's not just us helping them; they're helping us too. So
Yep.
therefore, I want you to think of it in that channel. It'd be great if when we finally do touch down on their plateau where they at, that they're giving us support too back. You know, they recognize we already there. We already been there with them. So that's very important building them relationships also.
And I would argue and say this because you got some people who might be thinking not as broad based, who say, "Forget Africa. I'm not from Africa. I'm from here." And I just always love to put this out there. At the end of the day, all civilization started in Africa, so essentially everyone has some connection there. And not only that, no one has a cell phone without Africa. No one has cocoa without. So it's some things that we are spoiled to say forget, but you can't forget because those people, those places produce what you need and use every single day. I just wanted to put that out there for our Africa type people. Uh, we need each other. We can disagree and not disconnect. So I just wanted to challenge us on that Africa mindset. And these are pennies. What else you gonna do with your pennies? Like, really? Come on. So, all right. So now let me put up today. We're gonna go through Darrell's section here. So we'll notify business people that jumped on. Brother Medina. All right. Thanks for joining. How are you? I'm pulling it up now. Okay, so this is August report. No, this is July. So let's go through July, then I'm gonna switch over to August. Governor Charles, you got to fill in for Darrell here, so I'm gonna speak to it, and then you just to it. So we have here BW3, which is Blue Wednesday, third Wednesday of the month. Um, it's July, so this is July's report. It's the Business Group Network. Darrell Black is the person leading this. So the beneficiary businesses box is designed so we can know past, present, and future on which businesses are getting the free money. And when we say free money, some people freak out. Essentially, free money to our businesses is coming back to our students when you see the award. So when I say free money, they can use it however they want to, but the expectation is that the grades that are assigned to each one, they will support it when it's that time. And the key, some people say, well, how do you hold that accountable? I would say the best way of looking at that is just get to know your zip code. Everything we do, we keep it inside the zip code. So that way you'll know how much money came in, how much money went out based on your zip code. And that's why you got Governor Charles and other governors of the zip codes that stay connected. So last month in June, well, this is July's report. So last month in July, which was June, all moving companies got the free money with Cash App, Zelle, PayPal,
Oh,
whichever ones. What was that? Okay. Someone saying something? Okay, so that was in
so
June.
I think that's brother. I think that's brother Medina.
Oh, okay. Oh, go
Medina,
ahead, brother.
brother. Okay.
Yeah, feel free to jump in. Yeah, jump in anytime. That way others might have the same question.
Okay, I sneezed and didn't know my microphone was on. So my apologies.
Well,
And I
bless you, bless
appreciate
you.
y'all
So,
inviting me out.
yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yeah, so moving companies. So we want to know in every zip code who are the moving companies, black owned, everything black owned. Then in July it was barbers. So KC the barber was our featured barber. We have his cash app. So we was saying to everyone, if you can't name your four black businesses, that's where this came from. Every Wednesday is by Black Day. So if you can't name your four black businesses for the month, just send $5 to these 4 Black businesses. And that's what we produce every single month. So people know where to send that $5 just in case they can't name their 4. Ideally, you already buying Black 4 times a month, then you don't have to worry about sending your $5 to these businesses. So just know that's the structure from the residential standpoint. So when you see moving companies, 1,000 of our people sending you $5 is a big deal. Barbers, KC, 1,000 people sending KC $5 is a big deal. So that's how we see it. That's what we're trying to grow into. So we really have 1,000 people moving and showing how little money adds up, because that's what we want people to see. And so next month, which is this month, is dentists and doctors. So that's who gets it this month. Now it says here Chicago last month, which would be June. They and I won't say their first names because you see it say allegedly sent there, Charles. So I'm gonna say M. Cox. Ideally would have sent $20 to our moving person, which was Ellis. D. Neal, accountant, would ideally send $20 to our moving person, Ellis. C. Salters ideally deal with funeral homes, $20 to Ellis. Now, why $20? I just got through talking about $5. Let me tell you the difference. So this group here, which is Blue Wednesday 3, is businesses supporting each other. What I just described to you was residents supporting the businesses, 2 totally separate things. So the residents supporting the businesses is $5 to 4 different businesses. That's residents. They coming out their pocket $20 max. The businesses who are in business,
think you kind of froze there, Si.
it's Ella's turn, he's sending money when it's their turn. The benefit of this is the owners getting in the habit of circulating money with each other in a group so that that same group can then do bigger projects. If we can't do little projects, we
Well, if it froze on that end on west side, but
so
I think
all
you can. Okay, go ahead. You
no, go
froze a
ahead,
little,
Charles.
Scott. I was just covering you froze a little. What I was telling people was the end result is just as you say, if we can't do the little, how we gonna get to that bigger
Bigger
goal?
stuff.
Yeah.
That's right. So the business 3 group is all accountants, all barbers, all dentists and doctors, all funeral homes, all landscapers, all lounges, all skin and massage professionals, and all moving companies. That's this group here. So the only this group is being asked to get on the Zoom on the 3rd Wednesday, which is BW3 day. Only these. So we're not getting the carpenters on. They're on next week. We're not getting the apparel people on. They're on the first Wednesday. So that's why this group here, we want to get in the habit of circulating money with each other so we can really build that unity and camaraderie amongst these owners. Plus, they're getting support from the residents when it comes to the $5 from 1,000 of them, ideally. So let me pause there. Any thoughts on that so far? Okay, it is recorded. You can later go back and watch it. Everyone can. All right, so I'm going back to reading to people. V. Hosey has a lounge, $20 to the moving company. Phyllis, she has the massage skin professional company, sending to Ellis. Lawton, same thing. Lawton, I think, is a dentist. I got to check. C. Lawton Cheryl, okay, is sending $20 to Ellis. And then M. Grant, he's an event planner. Well, he has event space, sending $20. So look at that. That's $140 going to Ellis. And again, when it's their turn, if Ellis isn't reciprocating it, it's not going to continue for them. So I think that's the best way we hold ourselves accountable is if we won't do it for others, why would they do it to us? So I wanted to make sure that was clear. You come out of that box, you go to the awards. So out of all these awards, these are the grades that's getting the money from the businesses. and the residents. So 11th graders, 7th, 4th, and 3rd grade. Again, 8th graders, 5th graders, 2nd grade, they can get money too, but they'll be getting money because the businesses assigned to them is overstepping our process, and they're saying, I'm giving money this month no matter what. And we're perfectly fine with that. We want money going all the time, but we got to monitor how we don't expend all our resources. So that's why we limit it to these 4, and it rotates every month. Jump in if you guys have questions. So let's move on to the barbershops. There are barbershops in all our zip codes. So how do we pick longevity compared to other barbershops? This is where participation comes in at. So longevity participates. It's in 60636 zip code. If you're in Roseland, Charles, your barbershop is participating. We'll add them to the list for 60628. So based on your zip code, that's how we'll make sure that the money is going to you and staying in the zip code. Then finally, Gary, Indiana conventions. So this is July 5th, 12th, 1926. These are the gatherings in Gary, Indiana. Why Gary? Because it's a majority Black city. It's super affordable. And we hope to get more Chicago, South suburban people to buy real estate up here, because we're seeing other ethnic groups coming here buying up tons of real estate. So we want to help make sure that the city is a Black example of excellence. All right. So that's why the conventions are there. So we have the religious convention, the police convention, truck drivers convention, then the lawyers. That repeats next July. So that's annual, and it just keeps on happening. Now let's go to this month, and then we can conclude this call here. Let's go to this month. So now this is August. So it looks similar, but it says at the top, BW3 August report, August. And then Darrell pictures there, and you notice the beneficiary business changed. It went from last month, July, this month, August, next month. Now you see what September is coming. Funeral home. So our superstar Cheryl will be up for the money next month. So here you go to the Chicago last month report. It's the same. It's the same. I say ideally sent because no one is doing this right now. No one, none of the leaders you see here. For one, they will probably need to get on the call to hear this plan so it'll make more sense. And one of the challenges we have as a people is that a lot of people are busy. And so it hinders us getting as coordinated when we moving everywhere. Then you see the August Awards, which is 11th graders like it was last month, but now it's 8th graders instead of the 7th graders. It's 4th graders as it was last month. And now instead of 3rd graders, it's 1st graders. So that's who's getting the money for this month of August. The dentists and doctors, we have several, Dr. Yah Simpson, Dr. Tolliver, and these are dentists, the last two, Dr. Cheston, and that's their zip code. That's the numbers behind there. And then the conventions for this month is August 2nd, 9th, 16th, and 23rd. So that's our politicians around the country getting together, our military personnel all around the country getting together, our martial arts people, and then this weekend, our marketers or brand ambassadors. So next month, the same newsletter, but it's going to highlight the different grades. It's going to highlight the different profession. It's going to highlight October, who's getting the money in October. And now with Darrell, we want to make sure he gets the phone number of these leaders so he can start talking to them outside of this BW3 meeting and making sure that they're comfortable so that way we can really start rotating the money. As soon as the money starts rotating and actually touching the people in the business group, as they say, the SHIT gets real then, because the expectations that when it's their turn, it's going to reach them as well. So I think that's the key for everyone to know, that we want this to be a real business group to where you're accountable to supporting each other. And what headquarters are going to be doing is working on getting the financial institutions to really start recognizing BW3, BW2, and setting aside funding for you guys from the bank standpoint. So that way it can be tailored to the barbers. It can be tailored to the movie companies. It can be tailored to the lounges. That's what we're, as a headquarters, is working on. Hey, well, I see you, our superstar, Shanika.
Good evening, Sai. How are you? Long time no see here.
I know, it's great, grateful. That's all. You got Governor Charles on too.
Good evening, Governor Charles. It's been a while.
Hey, Shaniqua, glad you could join us.
Yeah, I'm glad I
So,
could too.
so, So yeah, we was just concluding. It's recorded, so you'll be able to watch it. And I need to, we haven't done a good job recruiting in the south suburbs. I haven't been in touch with Mike, so I got to do a better job so that way we can really get the workload going for you in the south suburbs. But for everyone who don't know, the beauty with Shanika, she's in the south suburbs, same as Darrell is in the city. They both cover BW3, so we grateful to have her jump on with us here. How much did you hear?
I was just hearing you say we got to get these numbers for Brother Darrell so he can reach out to these people, and then you was talking about the finance.
Really sending the money. So I think we can probably target October for the real kickoff of the money piece, because I want to make sure every one of the leaders here know and is comfortable with what the purpose of this $20 rotation inside the network. So, and I want to, I'm gonna make sure that they know if you do $20 for the whole year to each other, you know what I mean, that's $240. We're gonna make doggone sure that you get double that when our residents send $5. When 1,000 of them send you $5, you just got 1,000 and you just sent 240 inside your network, and whatever else you're gonna do to the grade associated with you. But you're coming out on top is the message I want to make sure that they walk away with. Any thoughts on that?
Mm-mm.
Cool beans. So
Sounds like
give us your up. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just said sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah, so give us your updates. We go get out of here. So what you got going on? How can people plug in and participate?
Actually, this is great. I actually on Tuesday I have a Money Moves They Never Taught Us event webinar that people can actually
What
register
is it
for
called?
via Eventbrite. Money Moves They Never Taught Us. That's the name of it. And it's just opening the mindset of people and then just educating them on wealth altogether. And yeah, it's going to be broken down in 3 parts.
How do people participate in that?
I have a link for Eventbrite.
So it's gonna be electronic. It's gonna be remote.
It's a Zoom, yeah.
Okay. Do it cost? They gonna be able to support.
Yeah, it costs an hour.
What do you mean?
Time.
I'm talking about monetary.
No,
You
the
talking
most
about
expensive
time?
thing we have is the most expensive thing we have is time. So the information is free, and then if people want to pursue more knowledge after that, they can. I'm open to them scheduling an appointment.
So that's good. That's a good recruiting element. But how do people support you right now? Type and give us both your professional one, which is like what you do business wise, but also, and I want to make sure people know this. Any risk taker, that's what entrepreneurs are. They're risk takers. They use their own money to run the business and hopefully create jobs for people. Any risk taker, we should, as Black people, make sure that we're not letting overhead prevent them from creating jobs. Overhead is something, whether it's their phone, you name it. So that's why we do the quarterly, free money, if you will, because we know that there are barriers erected, racial barriers against us. So we need to have some things erected that's removing some of the barriers. So I say that so you can tell us, how do people send money to you when it's appropriate?
So if someone wanted to send money to me, they can actually send it to Shanika P, my first name, last initial, which is right here on the screen. And that's on Cash App. Right. So if they just felt the need or felt led to offer any type of support.
So you being nice, Shanika?
No, I'm going to say another way that people can support me. I'm in financial services. My whole goal is to educate people, and I'm educating people financially. I help people with their budgets. I help people get out of debt. I do life insurance. When it comes to all things money, I do it. I will also be starting my trading class back in September. To start, the class is only going to be $100, and that's you purchasing the actual trading class, and The title of the class is Options Trading for Idiots, because most people I encountered, they just said, I just feel real stupid. I feel like a complete idiot. So the title of the class is Options Trading for Idiots. And the first, I think I did it for the first week, it's only going to be $100. After that, it goes to $200. And it's walking you literally through the process of setting up your trading account and into placing your first trade.
Trades. You talking about trades? You said trading?
Trade.
So that
trading.
yeah, that's
options trading.
That's yeah, that's big. No, that's big. A lot of people are trying to have that as their income. So that's good. What's your phone number? How do people reach you?
678-577. They can reach me at 678-577-3935. That is my phone number. They can also reach me via email. Simply SIMPLY Shanikia SCHNEAKIA, which is my first name, at gmail.com.
And I would say this, remember, as a Black person, if we can't name 4 Black risk takers, not non-for-profits, people that pay taxes, people who are on the hook for taxes, if we can't name 4 after 30 days, reparations ain't gonna save us, because that circulation, like the blood, either you circulate or you suffocate. So that's crucial. So even if you just send your support to a business owner, not the non-for-profits and the churches, you should do that on your own. But on this schedule here, what you're really doing is taking away that overhead cost so that they can then be a blessing to the students that's linked to them. So I just wanted to put that underneath what Shanika just said, because it's not charity at all. These are risk takers. Right. It costs overhead. And so the more money we put on them is like sowing a seed in good soil to come back and help us out as a whole. So that's it. That's what I have. I thank you for your time. Charles, I thank you as well. Any updates, anything coming up that you guys want to put out there to everybody?
I don't have anything, just letting everyone know that they can join the webinar on Tuesday. There's going to be very valuable information to shift families and trajectories, and to just educate people on how to change the life of even their children. So just
right.
That's just my thing. So
it's needed. I appreciate you. Charles, anything?
Yep. I thank everyone for joining. And once again, I want to just shout out to you, Si, and then get people also to donate to NBCU, which we have what, Si, 3 ways of donating is.
Oh yeah. Yep. 312-405-8844. That's 312-405-8844. That's tied to both the Zelle and Cash App, and then the website nationalblockclubuniversity.com. That's where the PayPal is on the website. So thanks for that. Superstar Shanika, she does it. Like, make that a prerequisite, y'all. We talking about literally something that people, you can't even go into the dollar store and do anymore, the $1. So it's really $1.50, $1.60 now. So $1 a month to us is gonna allow us to change everything globally for us as a people. All right, this Saturday is our summit. We're gonna be at Cape Park 3 to 5 o'clock. Come on out, 67th and Kedzie in the park there, 3 to 5. All right, thank you guys.